Hello dear students, so we will continue the same chapter, that is chapter number 5, Separation of Substances. And today we will discuss remaining question answers related to this chapter. So let's begin. Question number 8. Fill in the blanks. A. The method of separating seeds of paddy known as rice from its stalks is called threshing. B. When milk cooled after boiling is poured onto a piece of cloth, the cream known as malai is left behind on it. This process of separating cream from milk is an example of filtration. So the milk is in the liquid form, it will easily pass through the filter paper, and the solid and the semi-solid material known as cream or malai will left behind on the surface of the filter paper. C. Salt is obtained from sea water by the process of evaporation. Under this process, due to the heat of the sun, the water gets evaporated and the solid substance known as salt will left behind on shallow water pits. Now D. Impurities settle at the bottom when muddy water was kept overnight in a bucket. The clear water was then poured off from the top. The process of separation used in this example is called decantation. Now question number 9. True or false? A. A mixture of milk and water can be separated by filtration. So it is false. A mixture of milk and water cannot be separated by the process of filtration because milk is miscible liquid. It will completely mix with water. Now B. A mixture of powdered salt and sugar can be separated by the process of winnowing. It is again false because a mixture of powdered salt and sugar can be separated by the process of sieving. As we know that sugar particles are bigger than salt particles, so salt will fall at the bottom and the bigger particles of the sugar will retain on the surface of the sieve. C. Separation of sugar from tea can be done with filtration. It is false because separation of sugar from tea cannot be done with filtration because sugar and tea, both the particles are same in size. So that's why it is difficult to separate both the particles by filtration method. D. Grain and husk can be separated with the process of decantation. It is false because grain and husk can be separated with the process of winnowing. Grain is heavy as compared to husk. And what is husk? Husk is the outer covering of seed grain, and husk being lighter, it will easily blown away by wind and it will fall on separate place. So by the winnowing process we can easily separate heavier seed grain from husk. Now question number 10. Lemonade is prepared by mixing lemon juice and sugar in water. You wish to add ice to cool it. Should you add ice to the lemonade before or after dissolving sugar? In which case would it be possible to dissolve more sugar? Answer. We should add ice after dissolving sugar because the dissolving part of the water decreases with decrease in temperature. After mixing ice, lemonade gets cool and less sugar will dissolve in it. Now worksheet number 3. And this worksheet contains extra questions. Question number 1. What is hand picking? When is this method used? Answer. Hand picking is used for removing unwanted substances from the mixture. This method can be used for separating slightly large size impurities like the pieces of dirt, stone and husk from wheat, rice or pulses. Question number 2. How is salt obtained from seawater? Answer. Seawater is allowed to be collected near the sea shore in shallow and large pits. The sun rays heat the water, due to which it undergoes evaporation. As the water evaporates, solid crystals of salt are left behind, which is then purified to obtain table salt. Question number 3. Differentiate between sedimentation and decantation. Sedimentation, the process of separating insoluble solids suspended in a liquid by allowing them to settle down, is called sedimentation. Decantation, the process of pouring out the clear upper liquid without disturbing the sediments, is called decantation. So students, with this we have discussed all the question answers related to this chapter. Now here are few diagrams. So these are methods of separation. First one is hand picking, next is threshing, now next is winnowing, and next picture showing sheaving. Now this is the picture of sedimentation, and this one is picture of decantation. Our next method is filtration, then evaporation. Here we are trying to evaporate salty water, and what will happen after evaporation? The water will completely evaporate and the solid particles called salt will left behind. And our last separation method is condensation. So students, draw all these diagrams nicely in your science notebook and do the question answers in your science notebook. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching.